Conservatory Repertory Company has a vision of promoting the advancement of not only the teaching of hip-hop, but also the research within the academic world. They also want to encourage programs that will meet the interests and prospect of a career in professional hip-hop dance. But before we meet several members of the conservatory, why don't we take a look at them in action?
We hope you find our presentation precise and enjoyable. Stay smart.
And there you to our look. And now with us to talk more about the Hip Hop Conservatory is the curator of works, Yvonne Chow, and artistic director, Safi Thomas. And thank you so much for coming and sharing with us. Good to have you.
Thanks for having us.
Listen, let me just tell you, I mean, that's a lot of dancing out there. It's a lot of creativity out there. And yet and still to know that there is an audience that really wants to participate in the world of hip-hop dance.
Yes.
And not just a few people, but quite a few people.
Mm-hmm.
Share with us a little bit about this, Yvonne.
Sure. Well, I think that the art form has definitely gained a lot of recognition in terms of a lot of the media right now, and things like So You Think You Can Dance, America's Best Dance Crew, things of that nature. However, what the art form is lacking right now is a full respect of it. And so what we're here to do as a Repertory company is to provide a platform for hip-hop dancers to be, the main artists on stage, and to be the ones that are actually for the stage being there as the main artist, as opposed to being, the background artist, or being, the artist that comes on just for a segment and you never see them again.
Right.
And so because of all these kind of shows, people are gaining more exposure. They're seeing more of hip-hop dance, but I don't necessarily think that they're understanding exactly what hip-hop dance is and kind of the breadth and the depth that it can actually hold as an art form itself.
Special guest. I want to introduce our special guest. What is going on here? Want to tell us a little something about this? Because I thought we only had two, and now I see three.
This is one of the characters from our upcoming show. This is the Nightmare Queen.
The Nightmare Queen.
Yes.
Am I in trouble right now?
Probably.
Really?
Yeah.
The Nightmare Queen. I thought I saw you in my dream last night. So talk to us about some of the artists. I mean, because obviously people come and they participate in such a tremendous way. And as they participate, let's find out how they, well, more about the participation. I'm like thrown off here. You ever had anybody in your face before? I tell you, they're in my face right now, but it's all good. It's all good.
Well, the dancers for the Hip Hop Dance Conservatory Repertory Company come from all over the place, quite honestly. We have lots of dancers from the Bronx. We have dancers from all over New York. But then we also have dancers from all over the country and all over the world who come in to train with us and then use that platform as a way of being able to express themselves. And the repertory pieces themselves are based off of either life experiences or things of that nature. So this character right here is from...
Very intense.
Yes, the penultimate performance piece, which is My Ghetto Pop Life, a dream sequence, where a B-girl, she falls asleep, and this is part of her dream. So death and the Nightmare Queen come and visit her, and she kind of goes through a transformation, a metaphorical transformation from not really knowing how to dance. You know, she's looking at YouTube trying to get her information on hip hop. But throughout her journey, she begins to learn more about the art and actually more about herself as a woman. And then from there, there's a transformation that takes place. And you see her go from not having that much skill to then having tremendous skill at the end of her dream, waking up and having this magnificent epiphany.
If I can't sleep at night, I'm going to know why. And who. Hip hop as itself, a lot of people seem to think it's the culture has gone away. But yet and still, what you're showing through the conservatory is the fact of there is a career in it, and there are many people who are very interested in it, as well as the possibility of learning and taking it to a new level.
Right. Well, what happens is for those who are the conservatory, they're there to pursue a career both in being a performer and then also master teacher and choreographers. So what we are providing is a place for them to actually come and study and train within that art form, because there are no colleges or universities where you can go and get a degree in hip-hop dance. You can do that for jazz or modern or ballet, but there really is no place. Most people who want to learn hip-hop dance, they'll go to a dance studio. However, there's no formal curriculum. You just go one class and you take popping, one class you might take locking, but there's nothing that kind of brings all those elements together into one platform of understanding. So we're providing that kind of comprehensive understanding of it, where you can really study your art form, to know then that education will provide you with a career within it.
And Safi, this is a program that's really not found anywhere else around the United States.
No, we're the only one in the country. The whole objective was to find a common ground between, higher education and hip-hop dance. The two a lot of times don't meet unless it's through professors at universities who are just trying to use hip-hop for their own platform, but it's never done in a sense of being able to allow people who are going to be involved in hip-hop to expand their knowledge base. So, for dancers, it's about understanding dance theory, music theory, anatomy, kinesiology, critical thinking, understanding the comprehensive elements of how to think, and then also how to create a career out of what it is that you are doing. All of these cannot happen without having an educational background. You can't just jump into it and then expect it to come to you. You have to create that. You have to create a trajectory towards being able to be successful. And so, every year for the Repertory Company, we always come to the Bronx for the first showing. Mainly because the Bronx is where hip hop started. All of the elements clearly did not start in the Bronx, but the main element of breaking started right here in the Bronx.
Right.
And so, in honor of that, our first show every year is always here in the Bronx, here at Lehman College at the Levenger Theater.
How do people take part in this? I mean, because you probably got young people now watching saying, listen, that's what I want to do.
Oh, you mean joining the conservatory or coming to the performance?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's get them joining the conservatory.
Okay, yeah, sure. So for joining the conservatory, we have 2 semesters that they can matriculate, either in the spring or in the fall. And what they have to do is come either audition or they send in a DVD of, them doing choreography and improvisation. They have to write an essay, explaining why they want to join the conservatory. And then, have a resume, biography, headshot, things of that nature. So it's kind of a pretty challenging process that they have to go through. And the audition is just to see mainly where their mentality is. For us, it's about having that raw talent and then turning it into a viable skill. And that it can only happen if mentally you are there and mentally you are focused. So all of that is to see and to vet, whether this person has the drive necessary to really pursue a career in performance.
And so let's tell them about the event again.
It's taking place on April 30th, 7 p.m. at the Levenger Theater. And it's pretty much a showing of, what we're doing, 6 repertory pieces?
Yeah.
6 repertory pieces from our company. So it's going to be about 2.5, 3 hour long show.
Okay. And will we find at our show?
Oh, most definitely.
Yes.
Most definitely. She's the star.
The star. Thanks for spending some time with me, star. So, thank you guys for coming to share with us. But
most
before we go, I
definitely,
know we're going to have an opportunity also to see a little bit more in action and see some things that are actually going on. And for somebody who's thinking about it as a career, and somebody says, there's no money in it, there's no career in it, just one quick word, what would you say to them?
Well, one, we are creating that trajectory for them to have a career in it. And two, if you don't see a platform for making money within the art form, then you have to create that platform. And we have to press both the political arena and the media and the entertainment industry itself to get that platform to be open to us. And currently, we're just being exploited. And I think it's about time after the past 30, 35 years that needs to turn around, and we need to have a lot more power and control within the art form. And that can only happen by taking decisive action towards that end.
All right, well, we got a little promotional video we want to show them before we leave, but thank you guys for coming.
Most definitely.
To the star, we'll see you later on. Take care. And to you, before we leave, we want to tell you also, it's definitely been a pleasure coming into your homes. We want to thank all of our guests for joining us, and especially you, the viewer, for tuning in. Now you can tune in tonight for the re-cable cast of Open at 10 p.m. on Channel 67. And of course, you can catch a brand new episode on Friday, 10 o'clock with my girl, Rita Valentine. If I never make it again, she got me.
Appareil.